If you're looking for ways to stop that sharp pain in your thumb and your wrist, then stick around because in this video, I'm sharing my favorite taping technique for de Quervain syndrome, also known as de Quervain's tenosynovitis. This can also be a more user-friendly alternative to splinting, which can make you very stiff. The only equipment that you need is Kinesiology tape and a good pair of scissors. I like muscle-aid tape or rock tape, or if you have sensitive skin, I really like the Kinesiotech's Gold Light Touch tape. And I'm actually using these Fiskars Easy Action scissors, which use a spring to open the blade that makes cutting easier and less painful on your thumbs. And I'll link those in the description box below. Before we get started, make sure you wash your hands and your wrist and don't apply any kind of lotions or creams. This will help the tape stick better. Also, make sure that you inspect your wrist and your thumb skin because you do not want to apply the tape over a cut, a rash, or any kind of broken skin. Now, if you have de Quervain's pain, your pain is typically located on the radial side of your wrist, right below your thumb. This is where two of your thumb tendons, your extensor pollicis brevis and your abductor pollicis longus, travel through a tight tunnel known as your first dorsal compartment. I've drawn these tendons on myself for your reference so you know where to apply the tape. Now, a few mistakes that people often make when they're applying tape is applying too narrow of a strip of tape, using too short of a piece of tape, or not applying the tape in the direction of the affected tendons. As you can see, the tendons of the EPB and the APL insert on the thumb, but the muscle bellies originate more towards the lateral elbow, more on the posterior or back side of your forearm. And this is the direction of how we want to apply the first piece of tape. Okay, so first what you want to do is measure how much tape that you need for that first piece. And the length of this is going to depend on the size of your arm, the length of your arm too. First, you want to measure how much tape that you need by measuring from your thumb IP crease to your elbow. You will be applying a light stretch, so cut a little shorter than what you measured. And so that's about 5 blocks of tape. If your tape has little sections on it, each section is about 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut at about 10 inches of tape for this first piece. And then what you wanna do is round those edges of tape. This will help the tape stay on your arm longer. Now I'm gonna round the other side a little bit more just because that's the piece that's gonna go around my thumb. Then you want to tear the paper backing about 1 inch from the end. That's about half a block if you have lines on the back, or that's about 1 inch. Apply the tape over your thumb without any tension. And then rub that in just to get that to stick a little bit. Then it's very, very important to make sure you place your wrist in slight extension, radial deviation, and thumb extension. Then you want to pull the tape over that painful area of your wrist towards the outside of your elbow, stretching the tape at about a 30 to 40%, just enough to where there's no slack. Then stick the tape down on your skin near your elbow without any tension. Then what you want to do is move your wrist into ulnar deviation and slight flexion. Relax your thumb down and then rub the tape from your elbow to your thumb. Okay, now you're ready for that second piece of tape. This piece is going to be much smaller. This one is going to go right over that painful area of your wrist, which is that first dorsal compartment. That's where those tendons get stuck in that tight tunnel. Now this is gonna be a smaller piece of about 2 to 3 blocks. So about 4 to 6 inches, depending on the size of your wrist. Because I have a smaller wrist, I'm going to go ahead and cut about 2 blocks of tape here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and round those edges again. So what you want to do is tear the tape in the middle. And ideally what you want to do is stick the middle of the tape down on that painful area and then stretch on both sides. That's where having somebody else that can apply it on your wrist can be helpful. However, to do this by yourself, you want to pull that tape just a little bit to remove the paper backing, but don't take the paper backing off all the way. Then what you want to do is you want to apply the center of this small piece over that pain point of your wrist. Now, in order to do this one-handed, you want to apply the tape with a stretch in the center. So just stick a little bit of the tape down just so that it doesn't move around. But then you want to stretch the center of the tape at about 50%. Now, it doesn't matter which side of the tape you pull first. And in fact, you may want to play around with how that feels to see if you notice a difference as far as which direction you pull first. So you can pull each side of the tape a little at a time as I'm showing you here. Just make sure you stretch the center and leave at least an inch or a little more without any tension or stretch to the ends of the tape. So let's recap that real quick. Remember, for this first piece, you start up right below the thumb IP joint here, no stretch, followed by a 30 to 40% stretch towards that lateral elbow, end with no stretch. Then for the second piece, you want a stretch of about 50% in the middle and no stretch on both ends. And there you have it. You have just taped for Quervain's tenosynovitis. Now, ideally, you want to wear this tape for as long as you can, as long as you're not having any kind of skin reactions or any kind of increased pain. Now, usually the tape stays on for about 2 to 3 days in the hand, but one tip to help it stay on longer is to apply a smaller piece of tape around your thumb without any kind of stretch though. That can prevent this tape from rolling down and coming off too quickly. Now, if you found this video helpful, do please give it a like and hit that subscribe button below. And if you're looking for some exercises to do for your thumb, then check out more of my videos here. Until next time, thanks for watching.